who else wants to introduce themselves?
Oh, I will.
I think we should let the more famous ones go first, dear brother.
Oh, yes, so we shall. I think you all know me. My name is Gordon.
I wasn't talking about you, dear brother.
Oh yes. The flying Scotsman always has to have the attention. You said you should go first in introducing yourself.
What's wrong with that, might I ask?
Well, seems that people see me more on the television than they see you.
Oh, is that so? Well, in case you haven't realized, in the past couple of years, I have been making more headlines because I came back from my overhaul.
Oh yes.
Hence why I now came back to the show. That's why I've been gone for so long, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course, but
He does have a point.
Scotsman, someone asked you, would you want to visit America again in the future?
Oh, I most certainly would. I would love to see my adoring fans, because to my understanding, I am pretty much renowned worldwide. And if my memory serves me, I once visited the Americas, but if I can make one little alteration, please do away with those cow catchers and that bell and that headlight too. They make me look hideous.
I'm sure they didn't.
the Oritz fellow says that he's raced me before.
Who?
Do you recall this race, Gordon? Can you confirm that you have raced this engine before?
I think so. It was to a signal box just outside of Vickerstown.
Oh, there you go.
By a little tank engine named Thomas.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Don't remind me.
What's the matter, dear brother? Can't handle a little competition?
Competition.
Oh, you boys.
Racing. I've got a question from this Serena Leo Harper character. Why am I mean to Edward? Well,
Why are you mean to Edward?
Yes, dear brother, why are you?
sure, I've said things like he should give up and be preserved, or like he's a useless old steam pot, but I didn't mean those things. It was just my foolish pride and jealousy, that's all.
I wonder how long that's been going for you.
Oh.
Not very well, I can tell you that much. Oh, it looks like I've got a question from Rainbow Dash.
Oh.
When did you come up with the catchphrase, "Oh, the indignity"?
Well, let's see.
Around the time when our old Tidmouth sheds got knocked down.
Oh.
I beg your pardon?
That's where I said, "Oh, the indignity."
Oh, no.
Something about it.
But wait a minute, Tidmouth Sheds was knocked down?
Yes.
Oh, my.
By diesels.
By diesels, oh my.
Timber and other materials that would be useful for building sheds. Guess what they brought? Banana. Bananas of all things.
Oh,
Bananas? Oh my goodness, what the cheek of them.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't really.
My.
Oh, that looks like Rainbow Dash is asking me another question.
No?
I hate goods trains. Dimple, I wasn't built for goods trains. I was built for the express.
That's what I first thought too, dear brother, but you got to realize we are Pacifics. We were built for not just speed and glamour, but for our strength as well.
Yes. So true, Scotsman.
And speaking of speed, there is a question here posed by Freddie Fazbear, 1987. And he says, if Gordon and Scotsman had a race, who would win? I think we know what the answer to that would be, wouldn't it?
I would win if I still had my streamline casing.
No, not referring to myself, dear brother.
Oh.
I'm referring to Etienne. What gauge is Sir Handel, then, if he's not standard or mini?
He's the other narrow gauge line, the one that stops at Croven's Gate.
Oh, narrow gauge, like the Telephone Railway.
Yes, that one.
Oh, yes, I know. I've met Teleflin and Dolgok a couple of times, and they've always told me that they had twins on Sodor. And all the other engines there as well. Is Sir Handel a twin of what is his name? Sir Hayden?
I believe he is. Andor tells me about it quite often.
Oh, yes! Oh, now I remember something. I remember something that Sir Hayden told me when Sir Handel was visiting, actually. And, he was visiting for a little while, but then he had an incident with a tree that ended up giving him a black eye, so to speak.
Oh, my. Black eye.
Yeah, and from what I heard, they had to strap, like, some sort of, eye patch on his smoke box. I'd say he looks very much like a pirate, is what Sir Hayden told me.
Handel told me that too.
Oh my goodness! Oh my! I would love this. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. That sounds so comical.
Oh, it quite is, my friend. Oh, the Coldy-Fell engines face forward.
Sometimes.
Hold on, Gordon. Did you just say Coldy Fell?
Yes, that's the name of their railway.
Coldy Fell? My word, that name is so familiar. Where exactly have I heard that? Coldy Fell?
There's a book that the Reverend W. Audrey wrote called Mountain.
Oh, yes! Now I remember that book! Oh my goodness, that my driver would read that one to me. That one is my favorite! I love that one! Oh my goodness, how can I have forgotten about that line?
Well, you wouldn't be the only one.
Oh my!
Cody.
What?
I think I have met him before.
You met Coldy?
I think we were built at the same machine works. The Swiss
Really?
Locomotive and Machine Works. Yes!
Oh my goodness, oh my word!
It really is a small world.
Small world indeed! Oh my Gordon, if I ever go there, if I ever go to Sildor, I'll be sure to tell Sir Topham Hatt I would love to see the Mountain Railway, because I would not only want to meet Coldy, mind you, I would love to meet who was formerly known as Lord Harry, Patrick.
Do I remember the good times with James and Henry? Oh, James, Henry, and I have had many great adventures.
Such as going on strike?
Well, yes.
Oh.
I heard about that one.
Didn't go too well, unfortunately.
So I heard.
For that. Oh, and also that time we teased Percy about believing us about backing signals.
Oh my goodness!
Find that funny. Oh, and there was that time that they blocked us out of the sheds.
Oh yes.
What?
Oh yes, I remember hearing about that one. And now that I think about it, my driver was we've been rereading the Railway series recently, and we just finished that story. Duck Takes Charge, I think is what it was called. He certainly took charge, all right.
Oh dear.
Edward's here.
Edward?
Hello, Edward.
Hello, Edward.
Oh my goodness. Is that you, Scott?
Hello, Edward. How are you doing?
My dear friend, how are you doing?
Oh, just marvelous, very marvelous. And I'm, well, on some respects, I'm still trying to understand all this this technology, Twitter,
I
Google
believe you
Hangouts,
are.
and everything.
Yes.
Caitlin, does this remind you of anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, we all seem to be struggling to adjust to all this technology. Does this remind you of anything?
Oh, yes. I seem to remember a card game that you and I attempted to play.
Yes.
And our drivers had some difficulty with the technicalities. But of course, they
Oh, a card game? What card game?
we played Cards Against Humanity. Have you heard of it?
Cards Against Humanity?
It's quite fun.
Caitlin, if I may explain, Scotsman, I don't think it's really kid-friendly to play on the stream. It's really not kid-friendly, let me tell you that.
Oh, really? It's not a family-friendly, right?
We did
I
a
wouldn't
family-friendly
think so.
version.
Well,
Oh!
We made some accommodations.
Yes.
Ah,
They
I
definitely try.
see. From the way you're making it sound, Edward, I'm not entirely sure I want to converse in that sort of game, because I do try to keep up appearances, you know.
Of course.
Is that a new paint scheme, Flying Scotsman? You look very splendid today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Speaking of which, I should probably top up on water.
Let's see.
I'll be right back.
All right. Don't take too long, Gordon.
Oh dear, you should see him at the coal hoppers. He took 3 hours to load up on just one tender coal.
Are you kidding me? 3
Emily,
hours?
Emily, I think you were there as well.
well, no, not really.
Oh, yeah, wait. My memory is just foggy.
It's all right.
Oh my word.
I wonder if what you said, Edward, it takes hours for Gordon to fill just his tender. Pardon me, Scotsman, but I wonder how long it takes to
I have
fill your
returned.
2 tenders.
How long it takes me? Let me see. Oh my. You know what? Oh my word. Oh, this is rather embarrassing. I never really took stock of that. I've never really.
Yes. Your best guess.
Well, let's see. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh dear me.
Well, Scott, Gordon's just mostly sleeping half the time anyway.
Oh my.
I'm a big important engine. Important engines need their beauty rest.
And do important
Well,
engines
have to
get
keep
stuck
up
on their own
appearances.
hills, Gordon?
Everyone gets stuck on their hill every now and then.
And bursting safety valves.
Seriously, internet, cable, Twitter, Google. What is this?
Maybe I could just leave that to
There's
humans.
one other thing as well. There's what is it? I just recently heard it. Alexis, I think. Alexis,
I think- My
Is this a
driver
different-
told me about. Sorry, Caitlin.
Oh, I was just asking if it's a new friend. Is it someone new on the island?
I don't think I've heard.
Alexis? No. This is something my driver. I hear people call out a lot, and there seems to be nobody there, but somebody answers. It's the most befuddling thing.
You don't suppose it's
It's
an
magic.
Just like there was no Jeffrey on Sodor.
Oh,
Jeffrey? Who's Jeffrey?
Exactly.
I think there's a Jeffrey somewhere. We just haven't seen him yet. But I will find him.
Edward recently left Tidmouth Sheds to go sleep at Wellsworth again.
yes.
You left Tidbit Sheds, Edward?
There was a accident there.
I think, Emily, we can both blame a certain dread engine for doing so.
Oh my word.
I remember that well.
Yes,
Oh dear.
It was quite cold that night.
I bet it was hard to find a new place to sleep, huh, Edward?
I was sleeping in so many random places. Scotsman, you won't believe this. I slept while doing the. Sorry, stumbling over my words as well. I slept while pulling my train into Knapford and nearly crashed into Percy.
Oh my
Oh,
word.
no.
Sleep puffing? You were sleep puffing?
I was very tired.
Oh my word. Your poor engine. Oh my goodness.
But
Oh,
Philip was
my.
there to stop us in time, so it worked out pretty well in the end.
Goodness.
Philip?
Clever little engine.
Yes, Philip, the diesel box cab.
Oh, the little mascot! Your little
Yes.
mascot from the Great Railway Show! Oh, I love him! I love him!
Thomas and I helped him from Vinny. I remember him.
hearing about that. That Vinny, oh my! I cannot begin to tell you how many times I must apologize for him. He is a nice chap once you get to know him, but seriously, his competitive nature. Oh my! But really, I like Philip. I really do, because he reminds me of myself when I was little. Or when I was younger, rather. When I was younger. Yes, I
You were not little. You were just younger.
was the two tenders.
I'm Scotsman and I have always been the same size.
Well, some of us are a little bigger than most. But yes, I really like Philip. He reminds me of myself when I was young. And to be young again.
He's a quaint little one.
I think you still have it in you, Scott.
Oh, thank you, Edward. Thank you.
Admittedly, he still does. Now, Henry and I will still see each other all the time, because Henry still has the flying kipper to pull and his fast passenger trains and his goods trains and all that. I'm sure he'll find a suitable place to sleep, like Edward did in the end.
Yes, that's right. You were saying where were you staying again, Edward?
I'm staying nearest my branch line at Wellsworth.
Now, if Thomas or Percy were to do the same, maybe someday Henry...
Now, don't be so rash, Gordon.
Thomas and Percy are always chatting and keeping us bigger engines awake.
and if I bought my Gordon, I'm afraid you will not like having Rebecca around either.
Why is
Oh.
that?
Because she let's just say she likes to keep a conversation alive.
Oh, rather like I did that one night I came over.
Yes! I remember you telling me about that one, Rebecca. Or Caitlin, sorry, oh my word. I really am losing it.
Someone seems to be accusing me of being in a disguise? Ashima,
What?
are you lady in disguise? What? Who?
A lady in disguise? What? You
What
are a
lady?
lady. You are a
don't
lady.
know you.
What does that mean? Lady in disguise. What does that
I
mean?
don't know. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are not human.
Oh, no.
So I don't know what you could possibly be referring to.
But I personally think, Ashima, that you are your actions are very much like that of a lady. You are very much like a lady. But
Oh.
again, I don't understand what that means. That's saying lady in disguise.
Perhaps
Are you suggesting that we are humans disguised as engines?
What? That would be rather
That's one of the mysteries of the world.
peculiar.
Yes, oh my word.
Moving on, maybe.
Yes, indeed. Please do that.
Let's move on. Scotsman, you seem to know a lot of engines. But
Well,
I
some engines, because you have to realize there are some engines that like Caitlin, she lives here on the mainland, but then she goes to Soldor a lot. I know her, and I know also her. Is Connor your friend, Caitlin? Is he your friend?
yes, of course.
Yeah, I know him, and I also know Stephanie, and I also know.
Stephanie, by the way.
I'm sorry.
It's Stephanie.
That's what I said, Stephanie.
No, it's Stephanie, not Stephanie.
You pronounced it wrong, Scotsman.
Oh my! There I go again.
Great famous engine, huh, brother?
Moving right along.
You know, I've always thought of being streamlined myself.
Really, Emily?
Yes.
So,
Oh, that's right. You did want to be streamlined for a while.
Yes.
Remember. But you don't need to be because you're an amazing engine as it is.
Yes.
yes,
You taught me that, Caitlin.
Emily,
And
you can only be you.
yes,
Please remember that.
of course. Thanks, Ashima.
Emily, do you think Lady will return in the future?
Well, I mean, I wasn't really around during the events that Thomas told me about an engine named Lady. I wish I would have known her, but
Lady?
Wait a minute.
yes.
Lady.
I've heard of this lady character.
Wait,
Oh my goodness! Now I think I understand. I
wait.
think I understand the question from earlier when somebody asked Ashima if she was Lady in Disguise. Is that the name of an engine?
Yes,
No.
Thomas said.
Oh my goodness!
I assure you, I am not in any disguise.
But I think somebody, what they were just asked, is this is just what I'm putting out there, Ashima, is that when somebody said what we were trying to discuss earlier, if you were Lady in Disguise, we thought that was something else, but it turns out that they're asking if you are an engine named Lady. But
I am not.
I think we've already, I think that's what they were trying to say, but I can most assuredly say right now we have established that you are not this Lady in Disguise, as Emily has just said, by answering that question.